In Ghostbusters, the board game, you and 3 friends take on the roles of Ghostbusters. And not just from the movies, but the comics and video game too. You tackle campaigns focused on a big baddie, Slimer, Stay Puft, and others. Each is broken into a smaller scenario. You can also play one-shots or make your own stories. Let's see how you play. Take a mini matching character card and an XP tracking tab. This clips onto the bottom of the card. Scenarios require 4 Ghostbusters, so if you don't have enough players, have some people play as multiple. Take the matching Proton Stream tokens and Proton die. The instructions for setting up are on these scenario cards. It tells you exactly what boards and ghosts to use, how to arrange them, and the location of the gates in Ecto 1. It also shows any special rules, what happens on gates, and how to win and lose. Players can do a maneuver, which means get into or out of Ecto 1 and transfer a trapped ghost to another Ghostbuster. Players can also do actions. Move 1 or 2 spaces, attack a ghost, remove slime from a Ghostbuster, deposit ghosts in Ecto 1, and finally drive Ecto 1 to a different spot on the board. That's helpful to get around those levels where you need to close gates. There are line of sight rules, which means ghosts and objects can't be blocking you and can't be too far away. There are slime rules, which limits how many actions you can do on a turn. Honestly though, the turns are straightforward, and your special abilities are on your character cards. The D6 are easy to figure out. The rules for combat and closing gates are on the scenario card. At the end of a round, roll the event die. What happens on event die rolls is also on the scenario card. If a chaos symbol is rolled, all ghosts move toward the nearest Ghostbuster. The D8 is used whenever ghost movement needs to be tracked. Use the movement board and match the number. The ghosts move in the direction shown on the board. Use your actions to the fullest, busting ghosts and closing gates, work as a team, and hope that the event dice doesn't make things too hard for you. That's Ghostbusters, the board game. Ghostbusters should be saved for weekends. You might be able to squeeze in a game after dinner, depending on bedtimes and dice rolls. But most games will probably be at least an hour. With the game boards, player boards, and other components, it takes up a lot of space. Off the top of my head, out of all the games I've reviewed, I think only Merchants and Marauders takes up more space. No matter what, you'll need a large table to support Ghostbusters. The theme is perfect for kids as young as 8, perhaps 6 or 7. Unfortunately, the rules, while not difficult, might be a bit too much. There are a lot of variables. You can do this, except here or during this situation. You can't do this, but sometimes you can, thanks to an ability or whatever. I'll talk about this more in my likes and dislikes. I'll say 8, but they may need help depending on their experience with board games. Being a game so heavy on theme, you're going to remember your adventures. This one time, way back in the Slimer Situation campaign, we were gate closing machines in the final scenario. We got all 4 closed, and now we were able to target him. We had some streams on him, but couldn't pull him closer to us. A few bad rolls later, and he went off the one side, coming back on the other. This caused us to lose our streams and try going after him again. Ghostbusters is an excellent theme. The game looks great. The artist is the same from the comics, which is pretty cool. The ghost cards are easy to follow, and the figures look, well, they're only okay, and they're really flimsy. Cryptozoic was offering replacements for a while, but they could have avoided the mess with better figures or inserts. The ghosts all have unique movements and react to attacks differently. There's also the number of streams required to capture them. You'll be managing the board, going after easy ghosts just to refill that spirit world. By the way, that spirit world idea is really bad and is only here because the designers wanted a timer. Hear me out. The Ghostbusters capture a ghost. If they can deposit it before it bursts out of the trap, it goes to the spirit world. Yes, ghosts can burst out of traps. Anyhow, you put the ghosts in Ecto's containment unit. Hooray! You roll the dice. A ghost appears from the spirit world. Instead of being a timer, you could be, depending on luck, doing the same thing over and over. Everything is tied to dice. Another annoying thing is ghosts might head off the board, eliminating your chances at even restocking the spirit world. A few bad dice rolls later and you're eliminated. If that happens after 20 to 30 minutes, it's not so bad. After 3 hours? I like that the Ghostbusters have variable player powers and can level up to gain new abilities. Some are much better than others, and not all characters work well together. This can lead to frustrating moments where certain characters zoom to high levels, unlocking helpful abilities, and yours is stuck due to bad luck or whatever. Your characters also don't necessarily feel like they're better at catching ghosts. At level 5, you have access to some abilities, but your chance of hitting with a particle thrower isn't different from your chance at hitting it at level 1. A few characters may give you a bonus in dice rolls, but my point remains. There are loads of maps, ghosts, scenarios, and a way to make your own stories. If you enjoy the game, you'll get a lot of plays out of it. There are so many things I dislike about Ghostbusters. The few things I like don't even come close to making it a game I'd want to play again. I really do think that with some house rules, this could be a lot of fun, or at least some fun. We have so many other games though. I'd rather play those than keep working on this. I know that some gamers will love this, and that's fantastic. Hopefully, this review gives you an idea on if it's right for you and your family. No thumbs.